Hey everybody, welcome to another video review. So tonight I'm going to take the time to sort of showcase my last little Imperial Star Destroyer, my last light up. I only have 3 of these. I have the, what is it? The Super Star Destroyer. I think I have the Corbanth kit. The kit I think is named after the producer. Excuse my ignorance, but this has been a long time. I think well over 8 years since I've gotten some of these things professionally built and done. And so the memory's a little hazy, but yeah, I believe that is the Corbanth kit. On Facebook, another collector sort of gave me that information. So I have the Corbanth Super Star Destroyer. And there's not a whole lot of great Super Star Destroyer kits that you can build from. There's Corbanth, there's one more. And all of these Super Star Destroyers are very difficult because they all have to be about 30 to 36 inches. So the scale is really small when you consider how big a Super Star Destroyer is compared to a Star Destroyer. And that means that with that small scale comes a necessary decrease in the size of the fiber optics that have to go into those. This was really, really challenging to do in terms of the holes that have to be drilled and the fiber optics that have to be run, and all of them very small size. So it's not a very popular kit to build. It's a lot of labor. Very few people want to do those, so they're pretty pricey to commission, even if you can get somebody crazy enough to do them. But the Imperial Star Destroyer, of course, is a little bit of a different matter because it is a bigger scale, and so I think more people are interested in doing it. And so there's a couple of different kits of Imperial Star Destroyers out there. The 2 most famous ones are the Randy Cooper Avenger, which I've done a YouTube review of previously. You can find that on my channel, and that's that's a really big one. Okay, very large, and it's of the Avenger from Empire Strikes Back. And now the other kit, which I think is a little bit older and a bit smaller, is the so-called Anigrand kit, capital A Nigrand. This is, and I'm not an enthusiast by any stretch of the imagination. I don't normally collect these, but I think for people who are into this type of stuff, who build them and do the lights and all of that, for whatever reason, I think the Anigrand is kind of the better kit. It's the more appreciated kit. I think people like it more because of its accuracy. It's a little bit smaller, and I think the quality of the casting is a little bit better and a little bit sharper. So here you do see the Anigrand, and if you put my hand here, I think in comparison you can see how much smaller it is than the Randy Cooper. But as Yoda says, right, size matters not. There's a lot of other things to appreciate about it. So this is built by the same person. I believe his name is Daniel, who from Cygnus Models, who did the Randy Cooper and the Executor for me. And so he has the same type of base, and the mirrored base right here. This is what's used to kind of keep the mirror down. So again, the mirror base, so you can see the undersurface of the Star Destroyer. And this is the peg or the rod upon which the kit sits, and that's where the wiring goes to light this thing up. So of course, before lighting it up, I just like to take the time to kind of go over the actual model itself. And so let's just kind of take a look here. Maybe you can appreciate why people like this kit a little bit better. Before the Randy Cooper, the Anigrand was really the class of this type of thing, a class and the class by itself, in a league of its own when it comes to detail. So let me just get the top part of the ship for you. My builder or my painter, weathered it a little bit, give it a little bit of character, give it some shade. So So just sort of looking at the nice build. So just the build itself without any lights, it's a work of art. Did a very, very beautiful job right here. Check out some of that detail. I have the lights dim, just the kitchen lights above, because when I light this up, it'll be easier to appreciate. Look at all that detail right here. Very, very clean, very, very nice. And then a nice little touch. We have a very small Millennium Falcon right here, magnetized. So this, of course, recalls that famous scene from The Empire Strikes Back where Han was hiding the Falcon in plain sight. So yeah, very, very sharp details, really, really nice. Here's the bridge with the shield generators. Try not to shake too much so you can kind of appreciate all the detailing of this thing. Very, very good. So yeah, here's a superstructure over here. The guns. Let's take a look at the side. So, although it's smaller, I can definitely see why a lot of people prefer this to the Randy Cooper version. This has been built by a lot of people over the years. Quite a few very outstanding modelers have put out their Anigrand Star Destroyers. Just kind of moving things around. Again, the dim lighting doesn't really help showcase some of that detail as much as I'd like, but I know we're all waiting for me to light this thing up. And of course, if you want to take a look at the undersurface here, maybe it'll be easier if I just kind of showed. Yeah, I'll take a look at the mirror image. You can see the shadow on my phone. So there you have it. It's a beautiful kit, for sure, overall. If you're backing up, so I appreciate that. Okay. Again, when you see the kitchen table, it means that it just cannot adequately be done on the countertop. It has to be on the table so you can actually walk around it. And it's of such a size that you do absolutely need that. Again, zeroing in. Doing a little macro shot here. Again, seeing all the detail of this kit. So it comes in pieces, you have to put together, you have to clean it up. Not to mention all the drilling and the fiber optics. So gorgeous kit. Let's turn on the portable battery and then let's light it up. Here we go. So here you go here. A few notes on the decisions for the lighting. So to kind of separate this from the Randy Cooper version, I did ask for there to be a little bit different light. The Randy Cooper is more of like a pale blue, which a lot of people do prefer. Some people kind of knock against the pale blue nature. They'll say that, well, it makes it look like a Christmas ornament, that type of thing. I don't really believe that. I like it quite a lot. But since I already have one Imperial Star Destroyer lit up in the pale blue, instead for this one I asked it to be a bit more natural, yellowish light with a couple of little red lights here or there to give it some character. And so he did a great job giving me what I want. So on video, especially under low light, all the little tiny lights sort of glow a little bit. But hopefully you can see how much effort went into putting all of that together. It's just gorgeous when it's all lit up. And then we're going to kind of back out. Give this sort of panoramic look. Check out the bottom. You can see the hangar bay right here and the lights at the bottom as well. And then I'm going to try to tilt up just so you can see it. So there you go. Very, very nice. By the way, it also comes with this little tiny Imperial shuttle. I guess just to kind of give you an idea of the scale of this thing. So that's pretty amazing. Hopefully that'll focus enough. So this is an Imperial shuttle, and what was used to transport Vader. And so when you kind of put it next to, next to the Star Destroyer, it does give you a little bit of the sense of scale of this thing. I think this was included in the kit, and so it was just kind of built. You're supposed to be able to sort of put around, but again, if you look at look how small this is compared to this gigantic Star Destroyer. I'm gonna put this here for now. So anyways, those eagle eyed among you may have seen that earlier when I did the wraparound. So here's all the lights on one side. And I think the little bits of red give it a wonderful amount of character. Look at the front here, the bridge again, and then the back with his flickering engine lights. Pretty awesome. So these don't come cheap because they're all like an individual labor of love. Not any two of these are ever alike because the pattern of drillings and lights and all of that are all individual. Every person puts their own little spin on it. Okay, so now we're going to turn off the lights. When you turn off the lights, you can definitely appreciate it a lot more. Kind of feels like a ship floating in midair. Looks really beautiful. It's practically good enough to film off of if you set it up correctly. Showing you again the undersurface this way. Bright lights for the engines. Here's this. This is sort of my favorite view of it. Kind of dim lighting, not completely pitch black, but dim. And enough to give you a little bit of the detail of the ship, but also a way for the lights to really pop. This is what it looks like head on. And here we go here. Eventually I'll have this in glass along with the other two Star Destroyers. But yeah, put together, they're all very impressive. Some of my most valuable and my most unique pieces. I usually collect statues, as but this is just something a little bit different. And I just love these big Star Destroyers, and I like the classics. So I don't really want to get ones from the prequels or the new Disney sequels. And I don't have a lot of interest in like the Imperial probe droids or the ATSTs, the Y-wings or A-wings or B-wings or the Falcons. I have a Master Replicas Falcon already. But when it comes to sort of my imagination and my Right? What I really love, it's those big Star Destroyers. So that's what I invested in. Yeah, what more is there to say? Love it. I guess I can try actually turning the lights off completely, but I don't know how it will show up if I do that. Let's try. So this is completely with the lights off. Just again, now the lights kind of dominate. There's a night light behind us. That's all there is here. If you see a flicker, it's because it's really draining my portable battery quite a bit. Not able to power this whole thing, but I think now you can actually appreciate what it would look like drifting in space. Pretty cool. Yeah, that's the bottom one. It's having a hard time maintaining, getting enough juice to the bottom. That's fine. When I display it, it won't be off of a battery. It'll be off of a power cord. So there you have it. The Anigrand Imperial Star Destroyer, built by Cygnus Models. I hope you enjoyed that. This will be the last one that I have, along with again the Randy Cooper and the Corbath Super Star Destroyer kit. So until next time, do take care.